Hare Krishna, all the participants. I welcome all of you. Hare Krishna. So before we start, let us chant some prayers and then we'll start. Today we are going to do very interesting activity, which requires all of your involvement. So before we start that, let us start with prayers. I request everyone to kindly participate into this. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की। Okay, so once again, I welcome all the participants. So today we are going to have very interesting activity. Till now, what we have learned based on that understanding, I am going to show you some video, and you have to relate that video with your life and give your understanding based on the teachings which we have got. Because parallelly, we have to understand the practical implementation of the discussion which we are having. Otherwise, it will just remain a theoretical. Then one day you will see, Prabhu, I'm not getting any kind of interest into this because I don't feel any practical implementation of what you discuss, what you have talked about in the class. So it is always very important that parallelly we should have some experiments, some demonstrations, some activity, so that we can learn. And also I want today, till now I only have been speaking, and I will speak. Even so, there are many concepts which are still unexplored. Main concept, I have just created a building block, है ना। अभी तो पूरा महल बनना बाकी है, और महल बनाने से पहले अगर आप लोग छोड़ दें यहाँ पर तो मजा नहीं आएगा ना। बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स, फाउंडेशन बना के अगर घर नहीं बना, so it will not, है ना, you will not feel good. Incompleteness will be there. So I have just created a building block so that next discussions, when I'll continue, I'll start, you will have very nice understanding. It will be like eating gulab jamun and enjoying. Suppose you don't know about somebody, and then somebody comes and start explaining, oh, he's that, he is very intelligent, like this, all those things, he's very famous, but you don't know about him, then you will not have that value. Before introducing, first discuss what is that topic or that person or that situation, so then value generate, then we pay our attention. So our attention, sometimes people say I don't have interest. So interest is later. First, how interest comes when you have knowledge, and how the knowledge will come when you have value system. So values, if you value, then you will desire to accumulate knowledge, and when the knowledge is there, then you will develop interest to do some activity. So that's what we have thought of. So today I want that all of you kindly come forward, whatever you have understood in our classes till now, you just speak whatever understanding you have got, 2-3 lines, your realizations, so that it will become very others also can understand. Acha, these are all we are discussing, and it will go in your all subconscious mind also, that it will give you an feed that yes, I have also learned something. This is what my realization, this is what my understanding, my perspective of life, how it got changed. I know some feel good factor, some inner bliss, inner enjoyment, whatever you are getting after attending the classes. So these things I'll request all of you to kindly um, present yourself today in front of everyone and speak something. Before that, I will show you one video, and you can watch this video nicely and give your understanding and opinions. Okay. So I'm going to share very practical video, no? Very important, interesting video with you.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
अच्छे से आप लोगों को देखना है. Nicely you have to watch this video and then we'll discuss it later. Okay. Okay, so this was all about teamwork and how to work in a team. So this video we saw. So how was your understanding and your input? Any understanding? If you want to share, you can share. It is very instructive, because anywhere in the team when we work, either it is study or working in some organization or some firm or any startup we have opened, any kind of any internship we are doing, so today everywhere you go you have teamwork. So how to have teamwork? So all these things we understood, some glimpse we got. So can anybody just explain what should be what kind of people are there, what varieties, what are their varieties of the people who can be destructive or constructive, and who can be supportive, and how we can, without any much struggle, we can move forward in our achieving the goal. So I want some inputs and some understanding from your side. Like Kishan has written, equal chance, responsibilities, and value for all. Sai, you want to speak something? Say something. Actually, you have written, we need to understand different mindsets of the people. Yes, mindset of the people we have to understand. Anybody would like to give understanding? So here we saw that there is a person, he has a luggage and he wants to take that luggage to particular destination. Any kind of work is there, he has to perform it nicely. So then while he was pulling alone, then suddenly one more person came, and what he was doing, he was just trying to help, but not as effective as he could have done. Then third person came and sat on the vehicle itself. So he was called as PTS, potentially trouble source, and he is creating trouble for those two other people. And then third person came, who on the wheel itself he sat down. So he's supporting also. When wheel is going forward from up to down, he is supporting, but from down to up, when wheel is going, then he is becoming the cause of disturbance. He is reducing the speed. He's also becoming trouble zone. And then the fourth person comes, and what does he do? He is trying to present himself very nice. I'm here for your well-being only. I'm your friend, I'm your supporter, and I'm your well-wisher. And but inside something else is there. He's trying to pull you down. So he's trying hard, very hard, to pull the cart behind. But when the people, they are thinking why it is not moving forward, when they will turn behind, so he will be nicely smiling and he will try to, as if he is supporting them. But otherwise, by his hands and legs, he's trying to stop. So he is called as SP, suppressive performer. So it is very, very important in our life also. Many times, when in future we are going to work in team, and suppose we have some startups and all those things. So understanding the internal personality, not external. Externally, everybody will be nice. They will speak very nicely. They will explain, oh, I am very good. But inside, internal, what is their intention? For what purpose they have come? Whether they are cooperative, they are constructive or destructive for you individually or collectively for the organization. So these things should be nicely checked and balanced. And this is possible only when we have a good understanding of emotional quotient in EQ. This is all about EQ and some relational, personal, practical intelligence, which is very, very important in dealings, interpersonal skills. So therefore, in the company, they not only check your IQ, more than IQ, they will check your interpersonal skill, IPS, interpersonal skill. That is very, very important for any company, because IQ wise, they can train you anything. Any experience they want to give you, or any learning they want to make you understand, all those things they can give. But if your this skill is not there, interpersonal skill, you are becoming a problem for the community, for the company itself, then it will be destructive situation. So it is very, very important to develop, at least if it is not there in us, we can develop these qualities of good constructive behavior, good constructive outlook inside the outside world, and give a very nice share to any work, so that that work may achieve its destination. So anyway, so with this, now we'll move forward, and I want all of you, I request the students to do certain activity. We'll do an activity. The activity is that you can uh, unmute yourself, and you can just share your experience and realization till now, what we have understood and discussed, and any realization, any experience which you got while you're performing chanting or reading books or attending the classes. So I request, from in alphabetical order, I'll just ask all the participants to speak up. So in the beginning, by the way, you don't leave the meeting, because it will be very nice for you also, thinking that I cannot speak. So if you think that I cannot speak, so doesn't matter. Somewhere you have to speak. No, आज नहीं तो कल तो बोलना है, कहीं ना कहीं तो बोलना पड़ेगा. So it is better that here only you can just open up. Nobody is seeing here कि आप कौन है, कहाँ से आए हैं, आपका कोई चेहरा तो देख नहीं रहा. So whether any language, Hindi, English, Kannada, Bengali, Urdu, whatever you want, you feel comfortable, you speak, and try to give your understanding. What is, so that I also understand whether you are able to understand where I can change if I want to change, according to your understanding, the way in presentation, the content, and all those things. Okay. So I request from Sai Naresh. So to start with, Sai, Hare Krishna, you can just unmute yourself and
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
The sessions are very good, Guruji. Like I'm learning so much.
Acha, by the way, you can introduce yourself also, because many of you I don't know.
Okay.
Where
Okay.
you are coming and all.
Okay. My name is Sai Naresh. I'm working as research fellow in IIT Dhanbad. So I completed my BTech in 2020. Since then, I was working as a research fellow in IIT Dhanbad.
IIT Dhanbad.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay.
So like Guruji, like sessions are very good, and because I'm relating every session to my life experience, like which I faced like so many things. I used to take notes, Guruji, every day, so that I could recap whatever the points, so that I could put in practice like that.
Any point, striking point which you got in the class? Any striking point?
Striking point, that comparison with others, like that is a like good lesson that I have learned, Guruji. And yeah, and chanting Hare Krishna really makes me peaceful. Like I used to be stress free at the end of the research work and all this. So I felt very different experience by chanting Hare Krishna. That is one of the nicest experience, I would say.
Very good, very nice. Thank you, Sai, for your good experience through the classes you have got. Please keep it up, okay? And by the way, today I wanted to meet you after the class, after the meeting, so you just be there.
Okay, Guruji. Sure. Guruji.
Next, Aman Agrawal. Aman is also attending on the regular basis. Sometimes because of engagements he could not, but anyway.
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, I'm not getting so much on side, so I'm not so much regular with the class. But yes, sir, I'm getting the points which are being included in the group. So I every day took a record of those points. Means I don't miss any points. Yes, the points are very much relatable to my life also. And sir, the classes are really means very relatable to us. So we are getting the point every point which are told here.
Thank you very much. And Aman, by the way, from where, which college you are?
Sir, I am from Guruji. I am from IIT Dhanbad, BTech.
Acha. Thank you very much. Any striking point, Aman, which you felt?
Striking point, Guruji, is that it relates to our life to it relates to the student life very much deeply. Means I can get the every point of my life into my life also, and I'm trying to practice them in my life too.
Very good, very nice. Thank you. Next, Arju.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु
Hare Krishna.
सॉरी थोड़ा सा वो गला खराब है हाँ हरे कृष्णा प्रभु आई एम आरजू फ्रॉम एलएनएम आईआईटी the striking point is am I audible
Yes, yes, you are audible.
the striking point is like अभी क्या है कि जितने भी लोग हैं उन सबको क्या है कि हमें अच्छा सा मतलब पैसा कमाना है बहुत सारा फेम कमाना है अच्छी सी जॉब लगनी है सबके मतलब यही माइंडसेट्स है लेकिन उनके भी इसमें कोई मतलब ऐसे बोले तो कोई गलती नहीं है क्यों क्योंकि उनको जैसे देखा उन्होंने वो वैसे ही फॉलो कर रहे हैं तो जरूरत क्या है कि हमें चीजों को नए डायमेंशन से देखना स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा तो ये पॉइंट मुझे बहुत मतलब सही लगा कि हमें चीजों को एक न्यू डायमेंशन देनी पड़ेगी
Yes, very good, very nice. So, new perspective of life we have to develop. Yes, that is
yes
your point.
yes
Very
yes
nice.
yes Prabhu.
Good. And next, Arla Minakshi. You, I think you cannot speak. Is it the case? Okay, no. Next, Rakshita. B. Rakshita.
हो तो गई ओपनिंग नहीं हुई क्या अभी तक का शुरू आज दूध भी ठंडा हो रहा है
Yes, continue, please, Rakshita. You're not audible. Hare Krishna. You're not audible. You are speaking even though, but yes. Are you speaking, Rakshita? Your voice is not coming. Your voice is not coming. Okay. Should we move to the next? Mic problem is there. Okay. Next, Deval Ajmera.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Though, like I have not been attending big classes due to my health issue, but I have attended some, and the classes really motivated me to read the Bhagavad Gita, and I've been planning to read it since a long time, but I'm not getting that push to read uh, the book. And the sparking point for me was that the comparison kills the happiness. So I like, not to be honest, I have been comparing throughout my life sometimes.
Mhm.
Though I get good marks, but still sometimes due to comparison, still I felt that I've been lacking somewhere. So that point was a good point for me. And yeah, and I'm, by the way, I'm doing my masters from IIT Dhanbad.
Acha, you're doing IT Kharagpur.
Dhanbad.
Okay. Thank you very much, Deval.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, we have Kishan. Kishan has attended only one class or two. So from one class, whatever understanding you got, you can share. You don't want to share? Okay. Then Jayanti Dev. You can share your experience. Yes, continue. You can start with Jayanti Dev. You don't want to speak? Anyway, so those who are not willing to speak, you can write in the chat box. Now we have Ram Kiran.
Hare Krishna.
Ram Kiran, can you speak
Hello, am I
your
audible?
understanding realizations?
Hello.
Everybody is speaking, but voice is not coming. Why? You're not familiar with Zoom? Mine is not working. You can unmute yourself, then start speaking, Ram Kiran. Just unmute yourself and then speak. Then voice will come. Mic is not working. Why mic is not working? It should work. Mic should work.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, now your mic is working.
My name is Ram Kiran. Currently pursuing my BTech at NIT Calicut.
Yes.
I am not regularly joining the class, but I have gained some of the knowledge from these classes. Really nice, Guruji. I impressed at comparing with others. Those points are very nice. At when I got low marks or when I was sad, or I will compare with others. When I am happy, I won't compare with others. Those points are very nice.
Yes, very good. So I request you to attend on the regular basis. You will get a lot to learn. And then if there is consistency, then there will be connectivity also. And you can connect all the classes. Then there will be nice understanding and interest also. So you
Yes,
won't,
Guruji, I will try
you
my
won't
best.
desire to leave also. One class you'll miss, you will feel like ask kuch miss ho gaya, something I missed today. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Guru.
Next. Okay. So try to be regular, and it's just a matter of half an hour. Any way we are spending so much of time in so many activities. So why not just freeze this 8:30 to 9, 8:30? It takes time to start with 8:35. So from 8:35 to 9:10, 9:05, you can just be there on every day. You can freeze this time, all of you, and just take out all the insights, all the gems, understanding, golden commands of the Lord, what Lord Krishna has spoken in Bhagavad Gita. That is what I am extracting and speaking to you all. If you read yourself Bhagavad Gita, then it will become very difficult for you to even understand. And understanding first of all philosophical terms, and then making a sense of out of that terms and line statement. It becomes very difficult for us, even if it is English only. But to understand the terms which are used in Bhagavad Gita, and then making a sense out of those words, the sentence, becomes difficult for us to comprehend. So I'm just taking out all those understanding, and giving you in a very nice way, easily understandable way, through the stories or through some incidences of the devotees' realizations of just like the Steve Jobs. This is all the understanding realizations Krishna has spoken in Bhagavad Gita. But when we hear from no, the such people, those who have gone through, then we can easily connect the statement of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so all of you can be regular in order to gain the lot of things in your life. Okay, Rakshita, she has written something. Let me read. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I am BTech engineering. I started Bhagavad Gita first year ago, because 1 year ago, because I was having many questions about death, because since 2 years I heard death news of relatives, and why God good people also are dying without reason. Since 2 years, every January, since 2 years, every Jan first I heard those, and I thought why we are born and die. After reading Bhagavad Gita, I got answer, and I'm relieved to have some bad habits. Okay. Jayanti is also writing. I am Jayanti from Bit Mishra, Jaipur. I have gained a lot of knowledge from these sessions. It has given me new dimension in my life. Good, very nice. Rakshita, what are you doing from engineering? From which college you are doing? From which college you are doing engineering? Anyway, next we have Saurav Prasad. So Saurav, you can share your understanding.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
As you said that my name is Saurabh and I am MTech student of IIT Dhanbad. I have been following the classes on a regular basis, and I don't like to miss the class. And I don't know that what is means what I have seen improvement in myself. But one thing which I really don't want to miss on a regular basis is that is chanting Hare Krishna. Uh, Whenever I get free time, I like to put a earphone in my ears and start chanting. Whether I am in a road or whether I am on a service, uh, doing some leisure time is there, and I'm finding that this is releasing my stress. And if I talk about the learning which has inspired me a lot, that is the serenity pair, the teachings that you gave, that how to deal this situation most of the time. That we can deal either in two ways: either we can surrender to Krishna, or either we can ask the Lord Krishna to give us the strength to change. So
Yes.
these are the teachings which have inspired me a lot. And one more thing I would like to say, that your background is very good. Uh, the Krishna picture backside is very good,
Thank you.
and one day you just give your experience, that what has led you to go from a professional world to the spiritual world. I think most of us would like to know the reason, and at that time there would be a lots of pressure from your family side that not to step in this world. I don't know what could the situation, but reality, if if someone goes, then there is a pressure from the family side. Then how once overcome that pressure? So I think one day should be that class, because that is also a mode of learning for us.
Yes, definitely, Saurav. I would find a suitable time, and definitely I'll share what made me to switch, from conventional, professional, regular lifestyle to a new, which is not, which is, not so much appreciated in the society. People at times they blaspheme, and especially in India, they make fun. So, what was the striking point for me, and what was that thing which attracted me, that I just completely I changed the path. So yes,
because
definitely.
because I feel that whenever we do a good thing, then there is some external pressure.
Yes, yes.
So and that is a one of the thing that we have to overcome it. So I
Mm,
think in that way we should have a knowledge in that.
okay, yes, very nice. So now we have Piyush to share with us.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna.
तो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस ये रहा कि जैसे आपने 2-3 दिन पहले के लेक्चर में बताया था कि जब कोई आदमी मतलब जैसे आपने एक लेडी का एग्जांपल दिया था कि कोई लेडी मान लीजिए कहीं वो जा रही हैं और मतलब कहीं उन्हें किसी पार्टी में जाना है, तो वो पूरे स्पैन ऑफ टाइम में भले वो कितने भी बिजी रहे, उस बिजी समय में भी अपने मतलब रेडी होने के लिए समय निकाल लेती है। अगर उसी इम्पोर्टेंस के साथ अगर हम लोग कृष्णा को सर्व करने के लिए वो पॉइंट देते हैं, तो दैट विल बी रिमार्केबल फॉर अस।
Yes,
और
very important
बट
point.
एक्चुअली ऐसा हम लोग करते नहीं है, लेकिन अगर हम लोग करें तो वो बहुत एक्सट्रीम लेवल की बात होगी। और भी बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स है, मैं मतलब विद इन 15 to 20 days आई हैव लर्न सो मच एंड देयर आर सो मेनी पॉइंट्स। एक और पॉइंट था कि जिसमें अपने मतलब प्रभुपाद के मतलब पूरे बैकग्राउंड के बारे में बताया कि इवन 70-year-old मैन go to अमेरिका with 2 हार्ट अटैक्स। और उस दौरान मतलब वो काम को करने के लिए जब तक हमारे पास कोई बहुत मजबूत डिटर्मिनेशन ना हो और किसी के प्रति बहुत ज्यादा लव ना हो, तब तक हम लोग ये काम नहीं कर सकते हैं। ये चीज है कि इससे हम लोग ये चीज सीखें कि मतलब अगर हमारे पास जिस चीज के लिए भी हम लोग जा रहे हैं, अगर उसके प्रति हमारा पूर्ण अगर समर्पण हो, तभी हम उस चीज को अचीव कर सकते हैं, नहीं तो फिर वो काम बहुत मुश्किल होगा हमारे लिए करना।
Yes, rightly said, Piyush. The life of Prabhupada itself is so nice, so exemplary, that any problem in your life, if you're facing, you can just reflect on the life of Srila Prabhupada. What all problems he underwent. No money, no shelter, nobody knows Prabhupada. Ekdam naya culture, totally new culture. He doesn't know anything. First time he has come to America and struggling a lot. People are, not giving any value to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada, on the other hand, in India, he is very famous man. He's renowned Swamiji. Lal Bahadur Shastri met Srila Prabhupada, and he made a facility that all the books written by Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada will be there, put in all the libraries, government library. So all of you can find the Prabhupada's books in all the libraries, government library, and all the IITs, all the NITs, all the government colleges. Everywhere you will find Prabhupada's books kept there in the library. This was the verdict given by Lal Bahadur Shastri when he was Prime Minister. So Prabhupada is very, very powerful personality, very known personality in India. But now he is there in America. Nobody knows. And 40 rupees, that true Indian currency. And despite of all the challenges, he crossed over these problems and achieved the success in Krishna consciousness and transformed the whole world. So we can see the life of Srila Prabhupada. By this only, by seeing the life of Prabhupada, a lot of faith and conviction can come in us that yes, just by chanting Krishna's name, we can come out of all the problems, we can achieve anything, because ultimately Prabhupada was not having any material resources. And on the other hand, Steve Jobs having all the material resources. But and at the end, the realizations, both of them's realization completely different. Steve Jobs' realization is that now lying on the sick bed, recalling my whole life, now I find that all these accomplishments have become meaningless and become pale in the face of impending death. And on the other hand, we are seeing that Prabhupada is not having any material resource, but just by chanting Hare Krishna, he transformed the whole world. Steve Jobs achieved pinnacle of success in the business world. Prabhupada, not only he achieved success, but he transformed people's life also. From 40 rupees, he brought about a business, a organization which is worth of 40 crore, more than that also. So just that is the power of chanting Hare Krishna. So all of you, I request to every day chant Hare Krishna, because the chanting Hare Krishna is something which will do magic in your life. It is magical. It is, miraculous. Just by chanting Hare Krishna, miracles will happen in your life. So I request all of you. Now Braj Mohan have joined us. So I request Braj Mohan to kindly speak your realization and understanding if you want, and share to others also what understanding you have got.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I have learned a lot of things in last 15 to 16 days, and I have seen a positive change inside me, and I am trying to मैं कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि जो चीजें मैं यहाँ पर सीख रहा हूँ उनको मैं अपने लाइफ में उतारूँ। ये काम थोड़ा मुश्किल है, लेकिन मैं अपनी तरफ से पूरी कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, और मैं ये भी मैं पूरी कोशिश करूंगा कि मैं आप जो बताते हो उसको फॉलो करूं। थैंक यू।
वेरी गुड। कहाँ से हैं ब्रज मोहन?
मैं यूपी से हूँ सर।
अच्छा, कौन से कॉलेज से?
IIT ISM।
अच्छा, थैंक यू, वेरी गुड, वेरी नाइस।
हरे कृष्ण।
And we have now Parag Pallav Singh, our old folk boy student who had attended our earlier classes before Gems of Wisdom. We have conducted Bliss series, and Parag is part of that group. So I request Parag to share some of his realizations, understanding what made him to practice this Krishna consciousness even today, continuing practice. So yes, Parag.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody. My experience is kind of a wholesome. Like, there are so many things that I have, but I am just sharing few things. Like, first thing is like you get the contentment in everything. If you know that you are doing something that is not in your hands, it is dictated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead before it is happening, and even after it has happened, then you become free of the outcome. Like, you do everything freely. The next thing I just want to share is like there is a sense of fearlessness in whatever you do, and there is a sense of devotion for everybody around you, like your fellow mates, your family members, your society, your nation, and everything. You do not see anybody with the sight of a cruelty, with the sight of like greed. You you develop into a more better human being if you follow Krishna consciousness.
Yes, very nicely said by Parag, that this Krishna consciousness movement is just like we heard the lecture of Prabhupada in MIT, no? So Prabhupada started his lecture that this Krishna consciousness movement is also technology. And this technology is dealing with soul. And soul is the most important thing in our life. So when you follow Krishna consciousness, then we become a perfect human being. Overall, we develop, not only in one direction, we develop and emerge into a very good personality. So that is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Not only we are teaching here to chant Hare Krishna. Yes, that is the main thing. But just by chanting Hare Krishna, you will develop all other good qualities. It is said that just by chanting, just by following Krishna consciousness, yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarver gunes tatra samasate. So all the good qualities will come in you just by following Krishna consciousness. So that is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Okay, and Tapish is also there with us. So I request Tapish to share his experience.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
In the classes, in one of the classes, we were discussing about the two-dimensional effect.
Yes.
हमें जैसे जो 2 डायमेंशन में था उसको 3 डायमेंशन के बारे में नहीं पता था, उसने आके उसको बताया और फिर उसको बड़ा शौक सा लगा। तो वैसे ही मतलब और कितनी डायमेंशंस होंगी जो हमको नहीं पता होंगी, और जब हम उसके अंदर जाएंगे तो हमको क्या-क्या रिवील होगा, वो चीज हमें मतलब यहाँ पता चल रही है कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस में। एक और एक दूसरी क्लास थी जिसमें हम लोग इन्फ्लुएंस के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, कौन से फैक्टर्स हम लोगों को इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं, जिसमें प्लेस ऑफ एक्शन था, परफॉर्मर था, सेंसेस थे, एंडेवर था। तो ये 4 तो हम लोग कर ही लेते हैं, मगर जो एक 5वां होता है विल ऑफ द लॉर्ड, इसको हम लोग भूल जाते हैं। और इसके बारे में नहीं पता होता है, इसलिए हम लोग बाकी 4 में घूम रहे होते हैं, एंडेवर कर रहे होते हैं और फिर सुसाइड्स हो जाते हैं कि हमने तो अपना पूरा एफर्ट लगाया मगर क्या हो रहा है। इसी कारण से लोग डिप्रेशन में आके सुसाइड भी कर लेते हैं। अगर हमें ये पता हो ये 5वां फैक्टर है विल ऑफ द लॉर्ड, तो फिर हम लोग उस डायरेक्शन में भी सोच सकते हैं और फिर ये डिप्रेशन वाला केस नहीं हो सकता। फिर कुछ क्लासेस में हम फॉल्स ईगो की भी बात कर रहे थे कि कैसे हम लोग इस बॉडी को सेल्फ मान के रखते हैं, यही सबसे बड़ा फॉल्स ईगो है। और हम लोग कैसे किसी चीज को जब मैच देखते हैं या कुछ होते हैं तो उसमें इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हैं, पूरा ईगो हम अपना पूरा ट्रांसफर कर देते हैं। उसी तरीके से हमने इस बॉडी को माना हुआ है फॉल्स ईगो। और लाइफ का मतलब रियल प्रॉब्लम डेथ, बर्थ, ओल्ड एज, डिजीज है, और हम एक्सटर्नल चीजों को सॉल्व कर रहे हैं।
Yes, very nice
ऐसा था
point.
कुछ ऐसे। फिर हमने कुछ क्लास में अपने यस प्रभु जी।
कंटिन्यू।
हाँ, एक क्लास में हमने प्रभुपाद का लेक्चर भी सुना था, हाउ ही वहाँ पे बोला उन्होंने कि कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस, एज अर्लियर आल्सो सेड इन द सेम क्लास टुडे, कि हाउ इट्स अ साइंस एंड इट्स द वे ऑफ नोइंग द सोल। जैसे आप स्कॉलर, वो एक स्कॉलर और बोट का एग्जांपल था, वो आपने दिया था कि एक नाव चलाने वाला था, स्कॉलर बहुत कुछ बोल रहा था मगर जब बारिश हुई तो स्विम नहीं कर पाया और मर गया। तो इसी वजह से मतलब हर नॉलेज होना चाहिए और सोल, उसी कारण से सोल की नॉलेज भी होनी चाहिए हमें, वो भी नेसेसरी है लाइफ में।
Yes, very nice, very good, Rakesh.
तो
So
ऐसे
with
ही
this now we'll stop, and I request Sai Naresh to just be there and all others can leave the meeting. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. So
Hare
today
Krishna.
I have thought of having small individual meeting with Sai Naresh. I'll come to everyone one by one. So all of you also be prepared for the small meeting we'll have, because I don't know many of you. You might be knowing because you are seeing me every day, but I just come and speak. So I want to know about your understanding also by personal meeting and all those things. So I request all those students to kindly leave the meeting and we'll have a small meeting. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. 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 Shai Naresh. Can you open your video? Oh, yes. Very nice. So, how are you?
Yes, sir. I'm fine, sir. I'm fine,
You're
Guruji.
fine. So, at present, where are you now? In your campus or at your home?
Yes, sir. In the institute only, in the institute hostel.
Acha, acha.
Yes, sir.
So, you are pursuing master.
No, Guruji. Like I completed my BTech, so I'm working as research fellow.
You have dual degree?
No, Guruji. Actually, after working as research fellow, I can convert it to like PhD directly from after BTech.
Oh, no
Yeah.
need to do MTech.
No, Guruji.
So from BTech, where from you completed your BTech?
Manipal University, Udupi.
Acha, Udupi. And basically from where you belong?
I'm from Andhra Pradesh, Guruji.
Andhra Pradesh.
From Vishakhapatnam.
Visakhapatnam. So from IIT Dhanbad, you are doing your research work.
Yes, research.
How long it will go on? How many months?
Guruji, the project is for 3 years. So it started last year in the June.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be like if I register PhD, then both will continue, Guruji. If I don't register for PhD, then it will be like working as a research fellow.
So what do you want? You want to shift into PhD fellow or you want to remain a research scholar?
Guruji, like I want to do masters. So